Welcome to Mariner Baseball. We are underway. Sean Nolan just threw the first pitch to Ketel Marte. And we're underway here at O.co Coliseum. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew. Here's a 1-0 pitch. 80 degrees. Beautiful day here in the Bay Area. Marte has really impacted on this ball club. Done a terrific job since being called up. Looking to extend his hitting streak to 4 ball games. 2 for 3 last night. Got a sacrifice bunt down as well. Going back is Billy Burns. Right center field, 1 away.
Take a look at the rest of the lineup brought to you by Chevron. Following Marte, it will be Kyle Seager. He's been a hot hitter, has his average back up to 270 again. Then Romero will hit third in the lineup today. Cano, Trumbo, and Morrison in the middle of the lineup. Cano, the DH, batting cleanup. Then you have Miller, Sucre, and John O'Malley. This year in 2 games, he is 5 for 6 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Off to a great start for the Mariners.
Well, the hottest hitter of them all right now is Kyle Seager. 8-game hitting streak, 17 for his last 34.
There you go. September of last year, pitched an inning against the Mariners. Gave up 1 hit, 1 earned run.
With Toronto, at Seaford, New York, on Long Island, same hometown that produced the late basketball coach Jim Valvano.
See the series Kyle is having, 5 for 8 in the series.
Jumps on this pitch, drives it to right field. Smolinski backs up. A couple steps from the track, 2 down.
Take a look at the defense for the Athletics, brought to you by American Family Insurance. Cannon getting the start in left field. Burns out in center. Smolinski, the right fielder. Valencia at third base. Sogard getting the start at shortstop. Lori and Vogt on the right side of the infield. And Josh Begley will do the catching this afternoon.
Stephen Romero in his 4th game. What's your strike?
When Nolan is healthy, his fastball will be anywhere from 91 to 93 miles an hour, and he will mix in a curveball and a changeup as his off-speed pitches. So far, we've seen upper 80s with his fastball.
Nolan from the third base side of the rubber. Deals 1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Home plate umpire Mark Carlson, crew chief. Trip Gibson at first. Gabe Morales at second. Sam Holbrook, he's at third. Two and 2. Nelson Cruz hoping to get back tomorrow. Franklin Gutierrez still day to day. Both of them working on returning. Goody's got a groin problem. Quad issue for Cruz. Mariners look forward to coming home. Nice long homestand. Texas coming to town. Texas very much in the playoff chase. 2 games out behind Houston starting today. And as we speak, Angels at home lead Texas 1-0. Houston trailing at home to Minnesota 2-0 in the 7th. Texas just 2 games behind the Astros. Angels 5.5 back. Two. Ball misses. Robinson Cano on deck, DHing today. Three-2 to Romero. Hit down to third. Valencia is there. Throws over to Stephen Vogt. And that'll do it for the Mariners in the first inning. Hisashi Iwakuma is going to take the mound when we come back against the Athletics here in Oakland. and his 5th career win against the Oakland Athletics. Here's a look at the A's lineup.
For manager Bob Melvin, leading off, it's the speedy Billy Burns, and it's Mark Canha. Canha with a home run in last night's ball game, hit it out to right center field. See Stephen Vogt, 6-game hitting streak for him, .579 with a couple of home runs. He is batting third. Valencia, Laurie, and Butler in the middle of the lineup. Smolensky, Begley, and Sogard round out the 9 for the A's. For Iwakuma on the year, 6-3 record, a 4.22 ERA, 74 strikeouts to 18 walks. Opponents hitting .238 against Iwakuma, has given up 14 home runs.
Interesting to see how he attacks Burns last night. Felix in 4 plate appearances against Burns didn't throw him a first pitch fastball, didn't allow him to swing that at the first pitch.
No, he's throwing in the change-up and a slider. And that's an off-speed pitch, 78 miles an hour.
Easy play for Romero, 1 out.
Take a look at the rest of the defense for the Mariners, brought to you by American Family Insurance. Trumbo getting the start in left field, O'Malley in center. As you saw, Romero in right. Kyle Seager at third base, Marte the shortstop, Brad Miller getting the start at second base, Cano the DH. Logan Morrison is at first, and Jesus Sucre will do the catching. For Iwakuma against the White Sox, 5 2/3, 7 hits, a couple of earned runs, 4 walks. Want to stay away from the walks through 107 pitches.
Here's Mark Canha.
For Iwakuma this year, his fastball, his average fastball, has been around 89 miles an hour. Of course, he has a splitter, mix in his slider, an occasional curveball.
Back up the middle, base hit.
We'll take a look at this last pitch. 85 miles an hour, elevated again with Iwakuma. Big key for him is down in the strike zone. Every now and then he can elevate that fastball right at the top of the strike zone or a little bit higher to try to get somebody to swing and miss, but for the most part he has to stay down.
When he's been effective up high, hasn't he had a little more run on that fastball too?
Well, he has, but again, it goes back to his ability to throw his slider and his split down in the zone, because you have that in the back of your mind as a hitter, and that'll speed up his fastball, if you will, at the top of the strike zone.
Strike 1 to Stephen Vogt, batting in the 3-hole today. Leading home run producer and run producer. Iwakuma coming off a strong month of August. 6 starts, 4-1, a 3.21 ERA, and of course that includes the August 12th no-hitter against Baltimore. Two balls, 1 strike.
You see all 3 pitches up in the zone. Iwakuma faced Oakland back in Seattle. That was on the 24th of August. Went 4 2/3, gave up 7 earned runs in that one.
O'Malley will get his first chance in center field. He was working with Andy Van Slyke before the game. 2 outs. Sean has looked good in his first 2 games with the Mariners. First major league home run last night. We're talking about that August 24th game back home in Seattle. Mariners put up 5 in the home 3rd. Iwakuma took it into the 5th and then got torched. Gave up 7 runs, all earned on 7 hits. That game turned around quickly, and Oakland won it 11-5. They got up to a tremendous start. First 3 innings, shutout ball, just 1 hit. In fact, 1 hit over the first 4 innings.
We talked about it before. All of a sudden he lost command of the strike zone. Pitches in the middle of the plate and elevated, and they hurt him on it.
Seager with a nice hop. Throws Valencia out, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. Those scores. We go to the second inning. Things to enjoy this holiday weekend. Join us for a Labor Day matinee tomorrow afternoon. Mariners and the Rangers face off at a special 3:40 start time. Log on to Mariners.com today to pick up your tickets. Beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Oakland. Good to have you with us here for Mariner Baseball. Robinson Cano DHing today. 7-game hitting streak. A little slowed by stomach muscle issues, dating back to some problems he had a couple of months ago, but he's still swinging the bat really well. That's a strike from young Sean Nolan.
There you can see the numbers in his 7-game hitting streak. 355, a couple of doubles, a couple of RBIs for him. An RBI last night, hit a double into left center field to drive in a run.
Yeah, got ahead in the count, 2-0. Drove it off the wall out there. Cano, Trumbo, and Morrison 4, 5, and 6 here for the Mariners. That's a foul ball. Cano's got great numbers career against the Athletics. 298 with 11 homers. 52 runs batted in and 5 home runs here in this ballpark. Struck him out. 1 away.
And the best fastball we've seen from Nolan. Trying to go back to the inside corner, 91 miles an hour. Might have even had a little bit of cut to it.
Batting in the fifth position, left fielder, number 35.
Here's Mark Trumbo.
Trumbo.
And it's nice to report there are multiple guys with long hitting streaks working for the Mariners. 4 players with a streak of at least 6 games. Seager, Cano, Trumbo, and Brad Miller. Trumbo's 7-game streak, 8 for his last 28.
Had a base hit last night, picked up an RBI. You look at the Mariners, they are now 11th in average. Didn't sound like much, but for the longest time, they were down 14, 15. 11th in runs scored. 5th in home runs. And 7th in slugging.
The number you and I were talking about before the game, the runners in scoring position batting average up to 230. We're talking about coming out of the 205s and 208s.
I think at one time 198.
Oof.
That was the low mark for him.
1-1 pitch. Hit pretty well, deep right center field. But going back to get it is Smolinski on the track. 2 outs.
Looks like a changeup. Outside corner at 78 miles an hour. For Nolan, it sounds like he's going to be somewhere between 70 and 90 pitches, depending on how he feels today. Again, he's had a couple of injuries this year that set him back.
Here's Logan Morrison. Dating back to late September last year, an 8-game hitting streak in the month of September. And these last few days have been really good for him.
Especially his confidence. Been working on some things, and when you get rewarded, you feel like you're on the right track, your confidence goes up. Again, he's hit 3 home runs in the last 4 days.
2-0. Burns got a late start. The outruns it, comes in and makes the catch. 6 up, 6 down for Nolan. Through 2 innings, no score. Good to have you with us. Bottom of the second coming up. Brett Lawrie, Billy Butler, and Jake Smolinski against Sasashi Iwakuma. Ball 1 to Brett Lawrie, 1 for 3 in yesterday's game. Double to left center field in the 4th inning. High pop. Going back is Marte. Trumbo coming in. Trumbo stays with it.
Again, you're battling the sun. I like the fact that Trumbo calls Marte off of this ball. It's an easier play for him, even though he was running pretty hard. He called him off early. Good communication.
10-yard line there. Of course, this is where the Raiders play their football games, and right behind the pitcher's mound. Right behind the pitcher's mound, you can see the big 5-0, 50-yard line. Mike was talking about it the last couple of days with the football team playing here, grass cut. Everything's pounded down tight, outfield fast.
Yeah, the ball in the gap will get to the wall in a hurry. Outfielders have to play a little bit deeper, certainly aware of that now, the 3rd game of the series.
1-1 to Billy Butler. 1-2. Butler 2 for 3 last night's game. 2-run single to center against Felix. Congratulations to Mr. Hernandez. 16 wins now, ties Dallas Keuchel for the league lead. Swing and a miss. Butler gone. First strikeout for Iwakuma.
Batting in the 7th position.
There's Felix. Got a haircut since last night. Strong performance. 8 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs all earned. Basically, it was a hiccup inning in the 4th. Gave up 3 runs on 4 hits. No walks, 9 strikeouts. Right fielder Jake Smolinski, the batter. Over the head of Iwakuma, Marte makes the play. 1-2-3, go the A's in the 2nd. Good pace here in Oakland. Mariners going for the sweep and trying to come home 7-3 on this road trip. By your local Ford stores. By Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. By the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting Ron White November 20th. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. And by Alaska Airlines, 80 non-stop destinations and growing. Look down Powell Street, cable cars, fine hotel. Right at Union Square. Here's Brad Miller, playing at second base today.
Brad with a 6-game hitting streak, hitting .409, a couple of doubles and 5 RBIs over the 6 games.
Lloyd McClendon giving him a big tip of the cap. So he's not driving the ball a lot, but he's getting on base. He's spreading the ball around, doing a pretty good job.
Like that?
Yep.
Mariners' first hit. Gets the fastball, a little inside out swing, looks like a cutter. 88 miles an hour, going with the pitch.
Brad drove in a run yesterday. 3 runs on Friday.
Bottom third of the lineup. Been productive in this series.
Maybe even more than that, right? Doesn't it go back? Go back to the page. Yeah, go back to Houston a little bit.
Probably. You guys have all, as you mentioned, hitting streaks. Yeah. O'Malley in the last game in Houston.
Yeah.
A couple of RBIs, had 3 hits,
nice
scored a run.
The bottom third of the order. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. Romero and Morrison, 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs in that game.
Good. Tuesday, Brad went 2 for 4 with an RBI. 2 for 4 on Monday. Good stuff. Four consecutive wins. A win today would be the longest win streak of the season for the Mariners. Brad with 12 stolen bases, team leader in that category. 2-0 to Sucre. Now Sucre batting in the 8th hole. He's ahead 3-0 with O'Malley, Sean O'Malley on deck.
One of the things that's been fairly consistent in this series, this umpire's crew, they are not calling the low strike. Iwakuma's thrown some pitches on the bottom of the strike zone, did not get the call. That last pitch was a pretty good pitch and did not get the call from Mark Carlson.
Game 1, Gabe Morales was especially stingy at the bottom end of the zone. Mark, the crew chief. Good speed at first, and Brad Miller. 3-1 count to Sucre. Just double play. Quick 2 outs. They round up the fellas and head to Safeco Field this Saturday. 6:10 start time for EQC Guys Night Out. Pick up a ticket, a drink voucher, and a Mariners cap with a built-in bottle opener, all for just $35. Now, these specially priced tickets, they're available at mariners.com/guys. Sean O'Malley, first 2 games as a Mariner, 5 for 6, so a home run and 3 runs batted in. Switch hitter. Ball 1. One, Sean. Here's Nolan with the 1-1 pitch. Bunt. Valencia bobbles, base hit. Sean O'Malley. 2-out base runner. We could tell Marte. Nice job by O'Malley to drop one down.
Talked about it with O'Malley and Marte, both of them in the lineup last night too, and really providing some speed to the Mariners lineup. And I like the fact that both of them are aware that that's the part of the game that they need to exploit, and we're seeing them try to bunt as O'Malley did right there, but more importantly spraying the ball around, trying to keep it on the ground.
Valencia couldn't make the transfer. O'Malley's aboard, 2 outs for Ketel Marte. Tail flight out to center to open up the ball game.
One of the things we've seen from Marte is he's willing to hit the ball the other way. In fact, he had a couple of base hits going the other way in last night's game. Able to reach base 3 times. Got a sacrifice bunt.
Chopper. Fair ball. Vogt takes it to the bag, and that'll do it for the Mariners in the top of the 3rd. Scoreless ball game this Sunday afternoon. strong fan. You just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. Looking forward to getting back to Seattle. 10 games, 11 days. Mariners will be home for a healthy homestand. 4 with Texas, 3 with Colorado, and 3 with the Angels.
See Iwakuma shaking his head a little bit. That last pitch right on the outside corner and at the knees. Didn't get the call.
There's a pop-up. Marte's got it. Fegley gone, 1 away. Boy, as a pitcher, that's got to be frustrating as heck. Dude, I make this pitch all year, and you're not going to give it to me?
Well, I think all pitchers want it, but it's especially true for somebody like Iwakuma. We talk about it all the time, him pitching down in the zone. Well, he's doing that, but he has to get rewarded. But it's not asking for him to call pitches that are borderline. They're strikes.
Right.
And he has to have that to be effective. So hopefully things will change as this game moves on, because they are strikes.
I like the thing you said years ago about Moyer. He's going to keep pounding it. He's going to make it call it.
Yeah, because Jamie knew that he couldn't afford not to do it. So either the umpire was going to change, or he was going to have to throw a lot of pitches and maybe walk a few more batters, which he certainly didn't want to do.
Easy play with Lomo, 2 down.
But Jamie was not going to change.
Oh, we saw that. Don't miss Big Sky Conference football this fall, right here in Root Sports, presented by your local Ford stores. All the action begins Saturday, September 19th, 1 p.m. Pacific. Montana State Bobcats travel to Roos Field to take on the Eastern Washington Eagles. For full broadcast schedule, visit rootsports.com. When not too much of a factor, those are the flags out in the right field corner. Left field corner flags hardly moving. Top of the order, here's Burns.
He's just dying to swing at the first pitch.
They know it, too.
That first pitch was a slider down out of the strike zone. Swung at the first pitch in his first at bat.
Felix didn't allow him last night.
No.
I'm looking at last night's scorecard. A 1-1 pitch, a 3-1 pitch, a 1-2 pitch, and a 2-1 pitch. He made him, he wasn't going to give him a fastball that he could jump all over.
Well, and Burns has had a lot of success this year swinging at that pitch, so you can understand why he continues to do it. But I thought it was great last night with Felix throwing his changeup and his breaking ball, his curveball and slider.
Puts this in play. Here's Seager. Can't get out of his glove. Tough break. Base hit.
I think when Iwakuma came across, he lost sight of it for a second. We'll take a look at it. Iwakuma trying to field it, and there's Kyle, and then it's on the transfer. Just can't get the handle on it.
Now at it, left fielder, number 20,
Competitive nature being what it is, you want to go get that ball, but at the same time, you got a guy who's reliable as Seager. Anything hit that way, just let him have it. Easier said than done. Right?
No, it is. Yeah, he's just being an athlete trying to. Exactly. And Iwakuma's a good fielding pitcher, too.
He is.
That'll be an infield base hit for Burns.
But we've seen that. Well, you see that almost at least once a game, in multiple games that you watch during the course of the day. Marcana, base hit to center, his first time up. Like, you were a good third baseman. What did you tell guys, hey, anything over here I got?
Yes.
I mean, hey, right up front.
Yeah, but it was especially on bunt plays and things like that. I would let them know. But because more than anything, I wanted them to know where I was at. Sometimes they forget that you're playing in, like Kyle was right there. And so you just want to remind them of it.
Right. And a big guy like you don't want to be steamrolling a pitcher. Coming in hard, right?
Exactly. Because more times than not, if they're going after the ball, they're watching the ball. If I'm coming in to get the ball, I can at least see them. They can't see me.
Right. And you got the play in front of you. They don't have to turn around. The pitcher has to turn around.
That being said, I did have one pitcher that told me the opposite. Play back. I've got everything over towards the line.
Oh, that was Kenny Rogers.
Right. Yeah, when we were both playing here in Oakland. Kenny was one of the best fielding pitchers, and he was a really good athlete and made all the plays. But he didn't want to give up the range. He'd rather have me back.
Sure.
But he could get off the mound in great shape.
During that time, he and Maddox, two best fielders.
I think so.
Maddox certainly is a right-hander. Kenny's a left-hander.
Yeah, I think so.
That's good communication, man. I keep both bodies intact, right?
Yeah, and then you know.
1-1 to Canna.
You know, on the flip side of it, when he's playing in Seattle with Chris Bosio, I don't know how many knee surgeries he had. He could not get off the mound, and I knew that. And Bos would tell me, I'm not getting outside the dirt. He had no choice. He couldn't do it, so I had to cover all of that over there, which is fine because you know that going into it.
Right. I like that. He's straight up honest. I'm not getting off the dirt.
I think he ended up with 5 knee surgeries on his left knee and a couple on his right. Pretty good high school linebacker. I believe up in the Bay Area is where he's from.
Pitching coach with the Cubs now.
Yep.
Mariners will be taking on the Central Division of the National League next year. Two and 2 to Canna. He's built like a linebacker. I could absolutely see that. Good lead over there by Burns. Got 25 stolen bases, 3rd in the league.
Iwakuma does a pretty good job of holding runners. He's quick to the plate.
And at various times too, right?
At various times. He'll hold the ball at times. And Sucre has a great throwing arm.
Burns with 25 steals. Kane with 26. Altuve leads with 36 starting today.
That was first game of the series. John Hicks ended up throwing him out a couple of times. And you can see him hold it right there. Just doesn't want the base stealers to be able to time him, switch things up.
Spazio from Sacramento area, Rancho Cordova.
Yeah.
Cordova High School. Michael Duga handling the stats today. 2-2 pitch. Full count.
Hicks had a good year throwing runners out of AAA. He was over 45%. One of the things Dan Wilson was talking about with him. He's a good athlete, has quick feet.
Saw Stephen Vogt, he's on deck. 2 outs. Burns at first. Payoff pitch. Burns runs inside, ball 4. 2 outs, first and second. As you know, Iwakuma does not walk a lot of people. It's just his 6th walk of the season. Just his 15th start. Check that. That's his 19th. He lines on the wrong line. 19th one. Nonetheless, still very stingy in that regard. Stephen Vogt, the hitter. Good year. Flight out to center his first time up.
The A's have done a pretty good job hitting with runners in scoring position this year. As a team, they're hitting .263.
And 2. Shane Iwakuma's had to battle the injury bug this year and last year. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout with a couple of middle board. Hitting the dangerous 3-hole, hitting Stephen Vogt. no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. He played 3, no score here in Oakland. BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. Breast Cancer Awareness Day here in Oakland. We look at some of that wonderful scenery back in San Francisco. Union Square, still a lot of construction going on there, but at 350 breast cancer survivors. Beautiful presentation before the game there. And a nice parade out onto the field, and some of the ladies throughout the first pitch. Kyle Seager looks at ball 1. There you go. Breast Cancer Awareness. They raised almost $76,000. 17th annual Breast Cancer Awareness Day. I think we've been here for about 4 or 5 of them. Wonderful cause. And over the years, A's have raised more than $1.5 million. 1-1 to Kyle with flight out to right. Sean Nolan, first start as an Athletic. There's a strike, 1-2. Part of the Josh Donaldson trade coming in from Toronto. They face Seager, Romero, and Cano. 2-3-4 here in the 4th inning. 1-2 to Kyle.
And so far, we've seen his fastball 88 to 91 miles an hour. He'll mix in a little cutter with it. Basically, his off-speed pitch, more change-ups, occasional breaking ball from him. 41 pitches, 24 strikes.
25 years old. Count runs full.
That was a breaking ball there. Not a very good one. Stephen Romero waiting on deck.
$19,534 on hand here in Oakland. 3-2 pitch here to Seager. Takes for ball 4. First walk issued. And for the Mariners, 3rd base runner. They get a couple of hits in the 3rd inning. Double play. Hurt him. Brings up Stephen Romero, grounded out to 3rd. Angels lead Texas 4-0 as this one's popped up, and it is playable. Going back, Laurie. Battling the wind. They hung with it. Let's take a look at our Arco top performer. We talked about multiple players with hit streaks. Good looking numbers here by Seager, Cano, Trumbo, and Miller.
Mariners offense has just been really good overall, up and down the lineup since the All-Star break. See Brad extending his hitting streak to 7 games with a single, his first time up today. Since the All-Star break, the team hitting .272. It's a big jump from the .236 that they hit before the break.
You bet.
On base percentage at .334, slugging .466, and OPS over .800.
Cano, left center field, hanging up for Burns. 2 outs.
And Dave, the best news of all of that, averaging almost 5 runs a game, 4.98 runs a game. That's the most important one.
Number 35, Mark Trumbo.
Carry that through the remainder of this season. The heck knows. Right now, the Houston Astros have an 8-3 lead, top 9. Keuchel, 12 Ks in that game through 8 innings. Here's Mike Trumbo, flied out deep right center field. American League East, Toronto 10-4 over Baltimore. Yankees won 6-4 against Tampa Bay. The Toronto lead over the Yankees stays at a game and a half. Hits out, nothing doing. A coaching change. We'll check and see. When I talked to Rich Donnelly before the game, it seemed like everything was fine. Chris Woodward moves from first to third, and Andy Van Slyke, outfield coach, coaching at first base. 1-2.
One of the other things with Nolan there early in the ballgame that he's done is he's really changed speeds with his fastball. Done a good job with that.
2 outs and a man aboard, and a 1-2 pitcher to Trumbo. Reaches out, skies it right side. Smolinski, fair territory. Runners are gone in the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. Still no score as Iwakuma battling Sean Nolan. Stick around after the game for Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines. Angie and Bill will have all your postgame information for you immediately following this ball game. Good walk in town, San Francisco, if you don't let the hills bother you. Danny Valencia, Brett Laurie, Billy Butler, 4, 5, and 6 against Iwakuma here in the bottom of the 4th.
Through the first 3, Iwakuma, a couple of hits. He's given up 1 walk.
Good run on that pitch to Valencia. Strike 1. Danny grounded out to third. Kuma with 2 strikeouts, 1 walk so far, giving up no runs on 2 hits. Do you like walking around San Fran?
Yeah.
Did you get after it today, the last couple 3 days?
I did.
Where'd you go?
Just walking around. Didn't go anywhere in particular.
Do some hills?
I did on the day that we had off here, and it was much nicer walking back down the hills as I was heading back to the hotel.
Swing and a miss. Tagged by Sucre. Strikeout number 3.
We'll take a look at those last pitch. 83 miles an hour. That looks like the split. Again, keeping it down out of the strike zone.
Brett Lawrie's the hitter now. Second baseman, fly it out to left. Hung that one, got a strike.
How about you? Did you walk around?
I
know you
enjoyed
played golf one
Played
day.
golf, walked around, didn't do any hills. I've done Powell Street many times. Matter of fact, I made the mistake.
That's what I did. I wanted to see the water.
Yeah, it's a good walk, pal. I'm sure you rewarded yourself afterwards.
You bet.
The first year we were
the
doing
weather
this,
couldn't have been better. This might be the best weather time we've had in San Francisco since we've been coming here.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Going back is Miller. He's got the play. Next BECU family night set for Tuesday. Mariners host the Rangers. 7:10 start time. And each member of your family can purchase select view level seats for one low price. To secure your savings, log on to Mariners.com. Buy your BECU family night tickets today. First year we were here, I wanted to see Fisherman's Wharf, and I think I'm pretty good at geography, and I made a mistake. I didn't go the right way. I walked around. I walked down to Market Street, wound up doing the whole perimeter instead of taking Powell straight over the top. But I got my mileage in that day. I'll look at it that way.
You benefited from it.
Yes, I did. Billy Butler struck out on a 1-2 pitch. It was in the second inning.
Oh, another good pitch. Let's see Iwakuma. I don't blame him. He's hit that spot and it hasn't been called, I'm going to guess, 4 or 5 times already.
Without a doubt. Yep, you got to put it up a little bit, and that's what happens. Third hit for Oakland.
Little slider elevated up out over the plate.
Now batting right fielder, number 5, Dick Walensky.
Talk about it all the time, but what a difference counts make to a hitter and a pitcher, to both of them, and not getting that call instead of it being 1-1. Billy Butler goes to 2-0, and then you see it right there. Iwakuma wanting to throw a strike, didn't want to walk him, and elevates it.
Butler, slow runner, not holding him on at first. Smolinski grounded out to Marte in his first at bat. Seager makes the play. That ball was stung. So Iwakuma doesn't get a couple of pitches, but no harm done in the fourth in this scoreless ballgame. with a sweep and a 7-3 ledger on this road trip as we check out our Geico This State in MLB history. Cal Ripken Jr. plays game number 2131. Consecutive games, breaking the Lou Gehrig record. He goes 2 for 4 with a home run. That was against the Angels. And Mike, you guys were in New York at that time. How aware were you, and what did that accomplishment mean to you guys?
Very aware of it. We were in fact, I think we were in Baltimore right before he broke the record and moved on to New York. But it was pretty cool to add the number up on the warehouse out there in right field.
Yeah.
And after the 5th inning of every game, they would go to the next number. So we were very aware of it. And you know, for baseball at that time, coming back from a strike, it couldn't have worked out better for baseball. And Cal, a great ambassador, of course. But one of the more storied records is Logan Morrison hits his ball hard into right for a base hit.
Boy, his new theme song, "See You in September."
Yeah. But it was really neat to see and to watch him take time out and do the lap around the field and the high five with the fans and all of that. Very cool.
Brad Miller.
So let me throw this one at you. I believe the Johnny Vandermeer record of back-to-back no-nos. Nobody's breaking that, and I don't think anybody's going to break that one.
I don't think so either. I really don't.
And here's and you can answer this better than I can, but my thought is, let's see if you agree with this. Here's Brad Miller fouling one off. There's nobody who's going to want to break it, given the way things are going. I mean, it's a different game too, right? Different time.
Well, look at it this way: if you're going to get in the neighborhood of that record, you will have had to have been a really good player for a long period of time. Agreed? And that player, with the kind of money that he's going to be making, managers are going to sit those guys down to keep them fresh. It's just that even if they want to play. Another base hit for Brad, his second base hit. Logan will move on to third. Strong throw.
Ooh, got him. Oh, my goodness.
Didn't slide.
Oh.
That's amazing because Logan always slides, but he did not slide on that.
And a good deke by Valencia, too.
Yeah, you're taught that as a third baseman to just stand there relaxed. Logan coming around. I think if he slides, he makes a strong throw by Smolinski.
Ooh, Woody gave him the up. That's why he didn't slide.
Number 2, Jesus Sucre.
Well,
so the combination of that and the deke by Valencia, he thought he was cruising in there, and you could see again. Boy,
that hurt. Here's Sucre, runner at first, 1 out. That is a tough break.
Yeah, that's one of the things for Logan. That wasn't his fault on that one. So that break. Strong throw by Smolinski. We haven't had a chance to see him throw.
Chris usually over at first base. Rich Donnelly not manning third. We're still endeavoring to find out the reason why the change. So instead of first and third, nobody out. We have a runner at first and 1 down. 2-0 to Sucre. 3-1 pitch bounced into a double play back in the third. Look out, that goes flying.
Threw it out to about the 7-yard line.
Might be the new clubhouse leader.
We'll take a look at it. Pretty good throw.
There's some fans rooting for their quarterback to be that accurate.
Sucre, no batting gloves today. Warm day here in Oakland.
Two-1 to Sucre. Keeping Brad close. 12 stolen bases. Brad having a good day, 2 for 2, hitting streak to 7 consecutive games.
Pretty good count if you want to put a hit and run on. Brad with good speed. Pitchers typically will try to be around the strike zone. They don't want to fall to 3-1.
And he does. 3-1 with Sean O'Malley on deck. Three-one pitch. Brad's back. Runner holds. Pitch swung on and foul back.
I think Sucre ended up hitting Fegley, the catcher for the A's, on the follow through.
Jeez. Earlier in the trip we saw Sucre. He got drilled in Chicago and Houston. Like about a 3-day stretch. He got hit very regular basis. 3-2. Brad does not go, and that's ball 4. So runners at first and second, 1 out. Here in the 5th, let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Home sweet home, Seattle later on tonight, and then the Rangers, Rockies, and Angels come to town. Mariners very well could have had bases loaded. Right now they'll make do with runners at first and second, 1 out.
Sean O'Malley with a base hit his first time out was a bunt base hit. A drag bunt towards the third baseman.
Valencia in at third. Pitch outside. Ball 1. First time the Mariners have had a runner to second base. To O'Malley. 2-0. Bob Melvin, skipper of these Oakland Athletics, last place 16 games off the pace of Houston. Take a good rip, 2-1.
Center fielder Billy Burns shading towards left center. Big gap out towards right center field. And we talked about it with Sean. We've seen him hit the ball the other way. Has the ability to do that.
First back-to-back 2-0 counts of the ball game. Pitch inside. 3-1 with runners at first and second, 1 out. Ketel Marte on deck. Popped up, no play. Houston closed out Minnesota 8-5. Keuchel goes to 17-6. His ERA at 2.29.
64 pitches, 36 strikes for Nolan. Angels have extended their lead on Texas. They're up 5-0 in the 5th.
Three-2 to O'Malley. Nolan steps off. O'Malley 6 for 7 in his 4th game as a Mariner. What do you think that conference is about?
I'm not sure. He basically has gone with fastball changeup today. I don't think he would try to throw a breaking ball. The few that he's thrown, he's bounced up there. He certainly doesn't want to do that. And technically the catcher went through the signs a number of times. I think he just basically asked him, what do you want to throw here?
3-2 to O'Malley. Runners at first and second. Runners go. Pitch almost hits Andy Van Slyke.
Still quick.
Thank goodness. He's still in great shape.
Good job by O'Malley to spoil that last pitch. It was a fastball on the outside corner. There you can see it.
Room right side for O'Malley. 3-2 pitch. Runners go. Ball 4. Bases loaded. Back-to-back walks. It's the 3rd walk of the ball game. All of them coming in the last 2 innings.
Kurt Young, pitching coach, going to make a trip out to the mound.
There's the bottom of the order again. Base hit, walk, and walk.
Talked about them averaging almost 5 runs a game since the All-Star break. If that's going to happen, those guys are going to have to contribute, and they certainly have done that.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated at the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Great opportunity for Ketel Marte. 1 out, bases loaded. Top of the 5th in a scoreless ball game.
Now batting, number 4.
If we can put some of the lessons learned from Edgar Martinez to use here. Marte today is a fly out to center field and a ground out to first. Miller, Sucre, and O'Malley are the base runners. 17 pitches by Nolan here in the 5th. Strike 1 to Marte.
Marte's done a lot of things well, and hitting with runners in scoring position is another one. Hitting .280 with runners in scoring position.
Ryan Doe getting in action quickly. One to Marte. But a looper going back lower. He's made a couple of really good catches, and that one drops in. Miller is in there safely. Good speed by Brad. Read that play nicely. Scores, and the Mariners have a 1-0 lead. A blooper by Marte, an RBI, his 7th. Base is still loaded.
And we'll take a look at it. We already know that Smolinski, the right fielder, has a strong throwing arm. Brad went a little, probably about a third of the way down the line. Not sure if he was going to catch it or not. Not sure if he was going to be able to go back and tag. And the thing that he did best is he went all the way through the base, didn't take it for granted. Strong throw to home, but he was able to beat it. Another base hit for Marte.
It's 1-0, and now Seager. He's got plenty of room, a gap between the left fielder and the center fielders. Burns shading him a step or two towards right. He drives this one plenty deep. Sucre, not a fast runner, but he'll score easily. O'Malley tags, goes to third. 2-0 Mariners. Seager with an RBI, his 61st. Nicely done there. And Seager with his 4th sacrifice fly.
17.
And for Kyle, he gets a fastball. They're trying to go to the outside corner. He gets it there, but Kyle hits it deep to center.
Runners at the corners now. Stephan Romero. Lomo getting thrown out at third doesn't hurt quite as badly as it did earlier. 2-0. See if they can make it 3 or more. Romero 0 for 2. Runner goes, and he gets by, and scoring easily is O'Malley. Marte to third. He's in, standing up. Another break. They'll take it.
We'll take a look at it. Ball in the dirt. Begley trying to glove it. He saw the runner go. He was going to try to pick it on a short hop and try to make the throw. Wonder if Lloyd McClendon had the double steal on right there. He had good speed out there with Marte at first, O'Malley at third.
So a pass ball, sorry, pass ball. Marte to third.
Wouldn't be surprised if they change that. Anytime the ball goes in the dirt, it's usually a wild pitch.
Laurie's got this one. Good inning for the Mariners as they scored 3 times on 3 hits. No errors and leave a man. Go to the home 5th here in Oakland. Iwakuma's got a 3-0 lead. In the top half of the 5th. Right now, time for our CenturyLink What's Next. Here's what it looks like for the Rangers series. Elias against Gallardo. Taijuan Walker against Cole Hamels. It'll be Cole's 2nd appearance as a Ranger in Safeco Field. Still waiting for the announcement on Wednesday's start against Martin Perez. And then Felix on the day game on Thursday. So Kuma's got a 3-0 lead. He's got Josh Phegley leading off, followed by Eric Sogard and Billy Burns. 8-9-1.
Sorry, Dave. That'll be a great matchup on Thursday. Felix and Derek Holland. Holland has really thrown the ball well for the Rangers since coming off the disabled list.
Win last night. Yeah, he can't buy it. It's unreal.
Another good pitch on the outside corner.
Phegley's popped out to short. 1-2. Kuma's scattered 3 hits through his first 4 innings. Fly ball right field for Romero. 1 hit in the first, Mark Canha. Hit in the third, Billy Burns. And Billy Butler in the fourth.
Shortstop, number 28.
They'll bring up Eric Sogard. Grounded out to Logan Morrison at first. Power. Remember last year was MLB Network. They were doing a facing baseball, and Sogard went deep in that playoff. Plays second, place short. Pesky little player. Miller throws him out, 2 away. Top of the order, and Billy Burns, who's 1 for 2.
Let's see if Iwakuma starts him off with the slow curveball this time. He's mixed in his slider a couple of times on the first pitch. Burns had an infield hit his last time up.
You're talking about Derek Holland. He won the game last night 2-1 to go 3-1 on the season since his comeback. Ball 1 to Burns. Brad Miller right there. Well timed. Easy inning for Iwakuma. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pitches to get out of that. 7. Good job there as we end 5, head to the 6th. The sweep. We check out our Delta Airlines Keep Climbing standings. Yankees won today. Rangers battling the Angels right now. Angels lead 5-0 bottom 6. Twins lost to Houston, and the Rays, they were knocked off today earlier by New York. Robinson Cano leads off. Slaps one to the shortstop, Eric Sogard. And there's one away. Cano followed by Trumbo and Morrison here in the 6th. Good 5th inning for the Mariners. 7 men to the plate, 3 runs on 3 hits, and then Iwakuma goes out, throws 8 pitches in a shutdown inning in the 5th.
It's probably after 4 innings sitting over there. Hey guys, you've been scoring a lot of runs. What's going on? Took him a little while, but they got on the scoreboard for him.
Remember me? Hello. Trumbo, a couple of fly balls to right field today. Trumbo battling 25-year-old left-hander Sean Nolan. First A's start. Nolan's walked 3, struck out 1.
Mark trying to extend his hitting streak to 8 games.
One-two pitch. Fouled off. The Toronto Ball Club, another big run scoring day. 10-4 win against Baltimore. Bautista, Tulowitzki, and Pilar hit home runs.
New York trying to hang in there with them, though. Yankees winning today 6-4 over Tampa Bay. Game and a half back of Toronto.
Nice job by Trumbo to hold there. 2-2. Sogard back. Burns coming in. Sogard calls him off. 2 outs. Most popular way to follow the action of Mariners baseball is with MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. Enjoy live look-ins, highlights, replay reviews, scores, statcast, live radio broadcast, and more. The MLB.com at bat app right now. Logan Morrison with a base hit to right. Last time up, led off. A nice 5th inning for the Mariners. Nolan to hit 0-2. Nolan's probably giving Bob Melvin better than he expected getting into the 6th.
And you're right about that. He was hoping for 6, needed 5. So.
One-two. Playing deep is Laurie. Throws him out. 1-2-3 to the Mariners in the 6th. Good news, they have a 3-0 lead. Mariners going for the sweep here in Oakland. Let's take a look at our Columbia Bank difference of the ball game. And Hisashi Iwakuma looking for his 7th win. Looking good here through the first 5 innings.
Just 3 hits, 1 walk, 54 pitches. Really pitching well today. Has had great command of his fastball. Pretty good split. Using his slider. Haven't seen the curveball.
Marcana leading off. 2, 3, and 4. Canna, Vogt, and Valencia here in the 6th. Coming off a strong 5th inning. 8 pitches to get his 3 outs. Upset stomach for Rich Donnelly. That's why he's not coaching at third base today. Josh Reddick over in the other clubhouse. Similar symptoms. Took him out of yesterday's game and not available today. There's Josh. Marte throws out Canna. On the way. Stephen Vogt will be the hitter. He's flied out the center and struck out. He's 0 for 2. You
can see his splits right where you want to see him. 19 balls, 38 strikes.
Strike 1 to Vogt. His fan club out right field. Always heard when he comes to the plate here at home. Foul off. Their chant, I believe in Stephen Vogt. Ryan Dull heating up.
He's continuing to throw in the pen. Looks like Nolan's afternoon is done. And Bob Melvin was able to get what he wanted out of him.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ball and 2 strikes. There's the Stephen Vogt vocal fan club. The middle. There's Marte. Throws him out. Nicely done. 2 away here in the 6th. Make sure you keep your eye on the bus. Follow us from a safe distance on Twitter at Sound Transit.
Third baseman, number 26, Danny Valencia.
3 strikeouts, 1 walk. Iwakuma today, no runs on 3 hits. He's got 2 outs here in the 6th. Cleanup hitter Danny Valencia. Round out the 3rd and a strikeout. Mariners got a 5th inning RBI single from Marte, a sacrifice fly from Seager, and another run scored on a wild pitch. This 3-0 lead. That's hit well. Deep down the line. Hooking foul. Valencia Friday night. 1st inning grand slam. Put the Mariners in an early hole. They were down 5-1. Then the Mariners come back in the 3rd on Friday with a 6 spot, 2 in the 4th. Going to win 11-8. Two and 2. good performance by Iwakuma.
Done a good job of really mixing up all of his pitches. I've seen a couple of curveballs now, but mostly it's been the slider and his split for his off-speed pitches. His fastball location has been excellent today.
Get this third out here to give him 6 complete. He only went 5 2/3 last time out. The start before that, 4 2/3 against these A's. And foul back.
Elevated the fastball right there, just right at the top of the strike zone. See him do that quite a bit.
On 4 of his last 5 starts. Angels have opened up a 7-0 lead. Top 7 in Anaheim on Texas.
Brett Laurie waiting.
Rangers only have 1 hit through 7. Kuma try to put away Valencia. 2 outs, nobody on. High fly ball, deep left field. Trumbo's got plenty of room. And Iwakuma. Another fine inning here in the 6th as he goes 1, 2, 3. Mariners lead at 3-0. Angie, thank you very much. Ryan Dull takes over on the mound for the Athletics.
Bottom of the order for the Mariners, Miller, Sucre, and O'Malley due up. All 3 of them have scored in the ball game. Just take a look at the numbers for Dull, recently called up.
To Brad. Dull pitched a 1/3 of an inning. Couple of strikeouts. Pitched an inning, beg your pardon, an inning, 2 strikeouts. That was in Friday night's ball game. Strike to Brad, 2-1. Two for 2 day for Brad. Single to left, single to right. Unscored. Canna coming in. Makes the play.
Now batting, number 2.
Bring up Jesus Sucre. He's bounced into a double play, walked and scored. Big 5th inning for the Mariners. 7 men to the plate, 3 runs on 3 hits. RBIs by Marte and Seager, and a 3rd run scoring on a wild pitch. Lloyd McClendon enjoying what he's been watching here in this road trip. All Club with a chance to come home 7-3. Did not go as a check with Trip Gibson. First base umpire 1-2. Way upstairs from Ryan Dull, 5'10", 175 out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Born there, still lives there. Referee called on a breaking ball. Frozen, 2 down. Mariners are proud to partner with Fred Hutch, a Seattle-based cancer research institution discovering advances in prevention, treatment, and cures. Join Fred Hutch to celebrate its 40th anniversary at a block party on South Lake Union campus, September 15th from 4 to 7. For more info at fredhutch.com/blockparty. Fouled off by O'Malley. Bunt single in the 3rd. Walk and a run scored in the 5th. He was the one that scored on the wild pitch.
And so far in the 3 games that he has played, he has done nothing but get on base. That is it.
Fooled on that one. 0-2. Ball, 2 strikes to O'Malley. Did not go as a check with Sam Holbrook. 2-2. O'Malley getting the start in center field today. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Ryan Dull goes 1-2-3 in the 7th. 7th inning stretch time here in Oakland. Mariners lead at 3-0. Stretching your body, how about stretching your mind as you consider how a Washington's lottery win would change your bucket list? Play today. Good look at the Hall of Fame. The Oakland Hall of Fame here includes the Raiders. There's John Madden, Mark McGuire, and the A's rolling fingers. 3-0 Mariners as they go for the sweep of the A's. And with the sweep, they'll give them a 7-3 road trip and 5 consecutive wins. It would be the Mariners' longest winning streak of the season. Good to have you with us here. Dave Sims along with Mike Blowers and the Root Sports crew. Sashi Iwakuma's been outstanding through 6. 3 hits, scoreless ball, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. Brett Laurie to lead off, followed by Billy Butler and Jake Smolinski. 5, 6, and 7 in the order for the A's.
And we'll take a look at his slider today. He's thrown 30 sliders today, 17 strikes. Swung at it 9 times. Swung and missed a couple of times. A lot of them early in the count, stealing strikes with it.
0-1 to Brett, flied out to left, popped out to second.
Great shape with his pitch count, just 70 pitches for Iwakuma.
Two and one. Trying to win his 7th game. Comes in with a 6-3 record, a 4.22 ERA. Wesley played again by Marte. Marte has made 3 the last 4 assists. I think the last 3 assists put out by Valencia in left field and fly ball to Trumbo. He's fielded his position nicely.
It really has, and a little bit of a concern in spring training with him, especially early. He made a few errors, but I thought towards the end of camp he really started to smooth things out. And one of the pluses for him getting an opportunity to be here with the big club now is to get a chance to work with Chris Woodward. Well, I think Chris does a great job with the infielders.
Well, we've seen some great development because you could see he's excited, a little bit jittery. He's playing next to his hero Robinson Cano back in the spring, and a couple of just balls that he's gobbling up now. They're so routine, and something to be just a little bit off.
Yeah, and I think you hit it though. I think just there's some anxiety there.
Yeah,
being in big league camp. You mentioned Robinson Cano, young man.
Really charges this one up deep right center field. That's gone. 10th homer, 51st RBI for Billy Butler. A's on the board. It's 3-1 Mariners.
Well, we were just talking about the slider, and I think that's what he hits out. Take a look at it. 81 miles an hour. Out over the plate. Gave it a pretty good ride.
He knew it.
Coco Chris going to pinch hit for Smolinski.
Coco pinch hits here in the 7th. Shopping list of injuries for Coco Chris. It's just his 32nd game of the season. 2 for 5 as a pinch hitter.
Nuno starting to get loose in the pen for the Mariners. Drew Pomeranz, left-hander, getting loose in the pen for the A's.
Judge Reddick on deck. The pitch hit for Fegley. Pomeranz. Butler home run. Got a rise out of the crowd here. 19,534. 1-2 to Coco Chris. Base hit. Left field. typical Coco Crisp base hit. Pitch away from him, slapped it the other way.
That base hit was on the split. Pretty good pitch off the plate away. A soft line drive into left field, and now it will be Reddick. He's going to pinch hit.
Reddick represents a tying run. Zick joining Nuno in the Mariner bullpen.
Made his debut with the Mariners in this series. Threw the ball well. Fastball was 96, 97 miles an hour with a slider. And Lloyd McClendon, slow walk out to the mound, and he's going to make a pitching change.
Once Nuno. So here in the 7th, Iwakuma gives up a home run and a pinch hit single. There's one out. Mariners holding to a 3-1 lead. Here comes the Vidal Nuno. We focus in on Hisashi Iwakuma. 6 1/3 innings of work here, Mike.
Really had it working through the first 6 innings. Was able to get the first out here in the 7th, and then after that, Billy Butler's solo home run. Overall, pretty good split. You see a number of them in the dirt. Used his slider effectively this afternoon, but more importantly, his fastball command was excellent. 6 1/3, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He is responsible for Coco Crisp, who's at first base. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 79 pitches, 52 strikes for Iwakuma. And Nuno going to take over. 25 appearances for him, a 3.72 ERA. Opponents hitting .280 off of him.
Ball 1 to pinch hitter Josh Reddick. Pinch hitting for Josh Begley. Nuno behind 2-0.
Rob Rasmussen getting loose in the pen.
That's a lot of trouble. As Coco Crisp flies over to third. 3 consecutive hits by the Athletics.
A breaking ball out over the plate. It is elevated slider. He lines it into right center field.
The tying runs are aboard. The go-ahead run coming to the plate.
And Marcus Semien, he's going to pinch hit. Pinch hit for Sogard.
Back-to-back pinch hits. Crisp and Reddick
Ladies and gentlemen, for the Athletics, batting to your dugout, number 10, Marcus.
I'm just waiting for Lloyd.
Simeon, a .256 hitter. 11 homers, 37 runs batted in. He has struck out 108 times.
And here comes Lloyd.
So bring in his right-hander, Tony Zick. Face Marcus Simeon with one out. Runners at the corners in a 3-1 Mariner lead. Some fun here. 3-1 Mariners. The A's are threatening. They get a home run from Butler, and they have runners at the corners as Tony Zick takes over.
For Tony, just his second appearance. We saw him pitch earlier in this series. 2 innings, 3 strikeouts, and a walk. Good fastball. He'll be 95 to 97 miles an hour with his fastball and a slider.
Coco Crisp, he's at third base. Josh Reddick at first. Great speed out there. And Marcus Simeon, the pinch hitter, pinch hitting for Eric Sogard. This pitch from Tony. Breaking ball. See Sucre say, get that thing down.
Now you have Rob Rasmussen and Logan Kinsing getting loose.
That's the end already. Infield double play depth. Outside for ball 1-1.
Leadoff hitter Billy Burns on deck. He is a switch hitter.
Fist fouled back, 1-2. Tony Zick, saw him Mariner debut Friday night. 2 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, a walk and 3 strikeouts. Outside, 2-2, 2-2. Crisp and Reddick, the base runners. 2-2 pitch. Reddick back safely.
And it looked as if he was leaning towards second. Good idea, keeping him close to first.
Pretty good lead. 2-2. Full count. Burns on deck. 1 for 3 today. Boy, does he need a ground ball right at Marte or Miller. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out. 2 outs. That also works.
Well, he just didn't give in to him at all. A bunch of sliders, including this last pitch off the plate away to get him to chase it.
Center fielder, number 1, Phillies.
Kyle Seager will have to play even with the bag, maybe even on the grass at third. Take the bunt away from Billy Burns.
Infield hit back in the 3rd inning, 1 for 3. Crisp, great speed at 3rd. And here's the ball. It's going to hang up. It's going to hang up long enough. Somebody, O'Malley makes the play. Sean O'Malley saves the 7th inning for the Mariners with a terrific catch, and Romero does a good job getting out of the way. 3-1 Mariners. Sports being brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. And by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. Good look at Coit Tower over in San Francisco. Here in Oakland, the Mariners take a 3-1 lead into the 8th inning. How about that catch, Mike, by O'Malley coming in, darting in seemingly from nowhere to make that play.
And it was pretty good communication between him and Romero. Romero made a look at him. Either one of them kind of in no man's land. O'Malley called it, and Romero did his little slide behind him just in case. But great speed by O'Malley to run the fly ball down. And we'll take another look at O'Malley. He knows where Romero's at, and you'll see Romero go in behind him just in case. It was well done.
There's Marte to lead it off against new pitcher Drew Pomeranz. Some changes for you for defensively. Two 2-0 to Marte. 3-0. Marte, Seager, and Romero top of the order for the Mariners.
For Pomeranz, 45 appearances, a 3.76 ERA, 77 strikeouts, 30 walks in 79 innings. Opponent sitting just 216 against him.
There's a strike, 3-1. Oof. Oh, that ate up Stephen Vogt. Oh, man, you hate seeing that. Oh, jeez.
He thought he was going to have an easy day playing first base. All the changes, ends up back behind the plate.
Oh boy, that's tough.
And you had Fegley that started behind the plate, and then of course Bo went back there. They do have another catcher. September call-ups have Carson Blair available if they need to bring him in the game.
Bob Melvin, I already saw him signal, so.
Yeah, he's getting loose in the pen right now, the backup catcher.
CenturyLink, what's next? Rangers coming to town. Elias against Gallardo, Taiwan against Cole Hamels. Still to be determined for Wednesday, and then Felix against Derek Holland. That is a really good looking matchup. Holland won a game last night at the Angels.
And all of those are huge games for the Rangers. Looks like they're going to lose today, playing in Los Angeles, down 7-0 in the 8th.
Houston's already won a game 8-5. So the new catcher is going to take over. Carson Blair will step aside, come back to Oakland right after this. Best wishes go to him. We haven't seen a catcher injured that badly on a pitch, a foul tip ball, in a long time. As we take a look now at our T-Mobile Data Strong fan photo of the game. All right, look at those two guys. Gina, good-looking youngsters.
Got their backpacks.
Suitably attired. They're going to be the coolest-looking dudes in their school.
There you get a look at all the changes. Crisp in left field. Reddick stays in the game. He's out and right. Canna moves from left to first. Simeon stays in the game. He was a pinch hitter. And Blair now will do the catching.
Pomeranz 3-2. Ketel Marte leading off the Mariners' 8th in a 3-1 Seattle lead. Chops the Canna, easy play. One out. Bring up Kyle Seager. Last time up in the 5th inning, Kyle delivered a sacrifice fly to center field. He's also walked and flied out to right field. 0 for 1. First pitch from Pomerantz.
Kyle trying to extend his hitting streak to 9 games, excuse me, as an 8-game hitting streak.
Seager 1 for 6 against Pomerantz. It was a home run. Breaking ball for strike 0-2. Blows it by a diving Mark Canna base hit for Kyle Seager, and hitting streak lives at 9. Good 2-strike hitting.
Kyle able to stay on this breaking ball, 83 miles an hour, probably middle away. Hits it hard into right field. He's really been swinging the bat well. We'll bring up Stephen Romero. Stephen 0 for 3 so far.
Base hit by Seager, the Mariners' 6th hit. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Left 3 men aboard. A run on 6 hits for Oakland. And they've left 6 men.
And it looks like Logan Kensing is going to pitch the 8th inning. He continues to get loose in the bullpen for the Mariners.
Two-0 count for Stephen. Round out the 3rd and 2 pop-ups to Laurie, the second baseman. Two and 1. Wind picking up. That's out, blowing out beyond left field. Two and 1 to Romero. Breaking ball way outside, 3 and 1.
2-0 pitch was a fastball. He was a little bit late on it, as you see Cano waiting on deck. Probably get another fastball here, see if he gets the barrel to it.
Don't forget 3:40 start time tomorrow. Rangers come to town. Labor Day special in Seattle. 3-1.
Again, getting that 92-mile-an-hour fastball right on the inside corner, elevated.
Runner goes. And Seager's out. 1-3-6.
Didn't try to read him. Was going on the first move. Takes off right away. Just guessed wrong as Pomerantz goes to first. Easy play down at second base.
3-2 to Romero. 2 outs, nobody on. Another chance to swing it.
Really trying to get the fastball in on his hands. Last couple fastballs elevated right on the inside corner.
Romero trying to keep this Mariners 8th inning. Keep it alive here. 3-1 lead. 3-2 pitch.
Back in there again. Same plot. 3 fastballs in a row. You can see him on the EQC tracer.
Angels 7-0 over Texas, now a final. Texas loses a game to Houston. Angels now 3 back. Do it again at 3-2. Slow roller. Here's Laurie. Throw out Romero. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. Bottom of the 8th coming up. A's will have 2, 3, and 4 in the order coming up against Logan Kensing. Sweep here in Oakland, trying to come home 7-3 on this road trip. If they win it, it would be their 5th consecutive win. Don't forget, 3:40 start time tomorrow. CenturyLink, what's next? Carolina Solis against Giovanni Gallardo. Taiwan against Hamels. Perez against the TBA. And Felix against Derek Holland. Thursday, that's a noon time. That begins our coverage here on Root Sports.
3:40 start tomorrow. Looks like the weather's going to be good. Low 70s. Logan Kensing going to take over for the Mariners. See 7 appearances, 7 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 7 in the third. Opponents hitting 185 against him.
First hitter is going to be Mark Canha. Started the game in left field, now at first. And start to blow in now. Start filling up here in the press box. Kensing here for the 8th inning.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness gracious. Sucre got one that time.
See Mark Carlson, the home plate umpire, catch him right away. And he lost his balance a little bit.
Cool. The baseball version of the standing 8 count. gets through the whole base hit. Coming up Wednesday, Mariners sunscreen night at the ballpark. Mariners take on the Rangers. First 10,000 fans are going to take home sunscreen courtesy of BASF. So stop by any Mariners team store or Mariners.com for your tickets. Here's up Carson Blair making his big league debut. Stephen Vogt had to leave the game. Foul ball knocked him out. And ball one from Kenson.
Pretty good pitch. Inside corner right at the knees. Tom Wilhelmsen getting loose in the pen for the Mariners.
Player coming up Tuesday from AAA Nashville. Originally drafted by Boston. Good time he took. 221 hitter. Blair at Nashville. 3 homers, 8 runs batted in. A's player to homer in his first at bat. Terry Steinbach, who had a heck of a career here. 1986 when that happened. Keogh in '68, the only other Oakland athletic to do it. Bert Campaneris did it as a Kansas City A in his first at bat, 1964. Terrific player, but I still see him helicoptering that bat out towards the mound. Terrific player. 1-2. Kids worked a 2-2 count.
And Tom Wilhelmsen's getting loose in a hurry out in the bullpen. You have Valencia, the cleanup hitter, waiting on deck.
Mariners got their runs, 3 in the 5th inning, 7 men to the plate. RBIs by Marte and Seager, and another run scored on a wild pitch. Oakland got a homer from Billy Butler in the 7th. Kenson in trouble here, 3-2.
I'm trying to get him to chase that slider off the plate.
And Valencia is on deck. Outfield deep. 3-2 pitch. Kenson deals. Walking. Tying run aboard.
I don't think he wants Tom to have to get 6 outs. He's hoping for a double play right here.
In a big way. 0 for 3 day for Danny. Round out the 3rd strikeout and a fly to left field. Kenson trying to get out of 8th inning trouble. He with Kuma. Things hold up like this will get the win. It'll be his 7th. Some issues to deal with right now with Valencia. 2 men aboard, a 3-1 Mariner lead. did not like that call by Mark Carlson.
You can see why on the EQC tracer. Another slider, and it was inside.
Kensing's got to take advantage of that break. On one pitch. 1-1. Billy Butler, he was one that got the A's on the board. Home run in the 7th, his 10th of the season. 1-1. He gets through Sucre. Runner's going to move up.
And it looked like another slider in the dirt. Take a look at Sucre. A little late turning his glove over.
Situation just got dicier. Nobody out. Runners at second and third. Good count here for Valencia. Called it a wild pitch. Second and third. Next to Valencia. 3-1. Lori's on deck. Kensing needs a huge pitch. Couple of them here. 3-1. Slow roller. That's going to score 1 run. Marte's throw in time. Got a 3-2 ball game. 1 out. RBI for Valencia's 52nd.
Well, if there's any good news in this one, is that the runner at second had to stay there because it was a ground ball to the shortstop. Marte making another fine play out at short, but the runner not able to advance to third. And Lloyd McClendon quickly out of the dugout. He's going to get Tom.
Kensing gives up a base hit, a walk, and an RBI ground out. Things just got a little tighter here in Oakland. 3-2 Mariners. Big Tom coming on. Tom Wilhelmsen here in the 8th. Beautiful church. Get exclusive sideline sights and sounds from weekly matchups, plus interviews and Seahawks stories you can't find anywhere else. Catch the season debut of Seahawks Press Pass Wednesday at 6 p.m., followed by a new episode of Seahawks All Access at 10:30. NFL blackout restrictions may apply. For your local programming schedule, visit rootsports.com. Tom Wilhelmsen brought in to put out the fire here in the 8th. Ball 1 to Brett Laurie, is 0 for 3. Laurie 1 for 6 against Tom. Tying run at second base. And Tom's behind 2-0.
Well, been pitching well lately in the last 9 games. 9-2 third scoreless for him, and he's 7 for 7 in save opportunities. You look at his overall numbers: 45 appearances, a 3.42 ERA. Opponents hitting .251.
2-0 to Laurie. 3-0. Inning started with Mike Canna. 0-1 pitch, singling to left field. Carson Blair walked on a 3-2 pitch. Moved up on a wild pitch. Valencia ground out to short. Scoring was Canna. 3-2 ball game. Here's a 3-0 pitch. Back with a strike. Big pitch here, 3-1. Happy to say, popped him up. Still here. Remember listening years ago when Harry Carey was broadcasting Cubs games. First time I got cable and heard him and popped him up.
That's great. And Tom was staying with his slider. So Laurie able to pop him up on the slider. See what Billy Butler having a good series. 5 for 8, 2 for 3 today with a home run. His home run was out towards right center field.
Power on power here. Billy's 3 for 7 against Tom. 2 outs, tying run at second. Billy a 2 for 3 day. Struck out in the second, single to left in the fourth. Solo home run in the 7th. Third string catcher Carson Blair out at second base. Ground ball to Marte. Tom gets out of it. Prevents further damage. Needed it. 3-2 Mariners as we go to the 9th. Sean Doolittle coming on. But first, make sure you join us every week for Twitter Tuesday. You'll have 5 chances to win exciting prizes. We'll be posting questions. Want to hear from you, so be sure to watch and follow us on Twitter at RootsSports_NW. For giveaway rules, visit us at rootsports.com. Well, if you like headbanging music, Sean Doolittle's your guy. My goodness. You got any aspirin, Mike?
He gets the fans in the right field seats fired up, doesn't he?
Oh, my goodness. That was funny.
Broke into a party out there.
Here's Robinson Cano. Mariners need some more runs here. 3-2, 9th inning.
I try to make things a little bit easier on Tom. Tom will come out and pitch the 9th inning. We're getting a couple of hits or a couple of outs in the 8th. For Doolittle, just 5 appearances on the year. He's been on the disabled list most of the year. 6 strikeouts and 4 2/3. He's walked 3 batters. Opponents hitting 188.
One-time first baseman a couple of years ago. He was 95 plus. Shoulder problems are really taking his velo now. It's Cano's behind 0-2, followed by Trumbo and Morrison. Probably a strikeout, fly out, and ground out today. Mariners got 3 runs in the 5th. Trying to make it stand up, try to add to it. RBIs by Marte and Seager, and O'Malley scored on a wild pitch. It was off of young starter Sean Nolan. Iwakuma in line to get the victory. Take his record to 7-3. Struggling against Doolittle. 1 for 10. One and 2. A vocal crowd of 19,534 on hand. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball center field for Burns. Bring up Mark Trumbo. Trumbo, 2 flyouts to right and a pop out to shortstop.
Now batting, number 35.
He's got a 7th inning homer from
Trumbo.
Butler and an RBI ground out from Valencia in the 8th.
And for Trumbo, trying to extend his hitting streak to 8 games.
Marte came in with a hitting streak. He's got 1. Seager extended his streak to 9. Cano's apparently is done after 7. He went 0 for 4 today. You mentioned Trumbo looking to get to 8. Logan Morrison, base hit, extended his streak to 5. Brad Miller, he's got 2 hits. 7-game hit streak for him now. Broken bat, foul ball. Trumbo to be followed by Logan Morrison. 1-2 pitch. No play. All 2 strikes to Trumbo. Doolittle deals. Line drive, left center field. That's going to get down. Look how fast that outfield is. And Trumbo with a double, his 9th of the season. First hit today extends his hitting streak to 8 ball games, and the Mariners have a 1-out base runner here in the 9th.
And we'll get a pinch runner. Seth Smith going to run for him. In this at bat, they tried to stay in on his hands. You can see Blair, the catcher, set up inside that pitch, probably middle in. Solid line drive off the bat of Trumbo to extend his hitting streak, get himself into scoring position. Seth Smith will do the running.
Batting number 20, Logan Morrison.
And Smitty, no doubt, will stay in left field. Well, September, it's the month of Lomo. Got a base hit in the 5th, picking up where he left off last September.
And outside of the 5th inning, the Mariners have not had a lot of opportunities to drive in runs. They are 1 for 2 this afternoon. Runners in scoring position.
Morrison looking for his first hit against Doolittle. He's 0 for 2. Good series.
And a good count for Logan.
See what gives here. 2-0. Popped it up, and it's out of play. Seth Smith pinch running with Trumbo out at second. Two.
Just going at him with the fastball, all of them away. Trying to get him out away. Over that last pitch, probably just off the outside corner.
As fast as this outfield is, get something in the gap. It's going to go the other way. 2-2.
And a good pass at that fastball. He was right on it, fouling it straight back. You can see on the outside corner again.
Here we go. 2-2. Back inside.
Well, because of the last swing on the fastball away. Pretty good swing by Logan, so he just wanted to move him off the plate a little bit, keep him honest. Brad Miller waiting on deck.
Three and 2. Runner at second. Pitch. Struck here now. 2 down.
Right back to the outside corner again. One of his better fastballs. At 94 miles an hour, you can see Blair, the catcher, set up on the corner, and he hit it.
Now batting, number 5, Brad Miller.
Miller trying to pick up that insurance run out there. 2 outs. A's will have the bottom third of the order coming up in the 9th. Crisp, Reddick, and Simeon. Strike 1 to Brad. popped up, taking a look. Valencia plenty of room. And Tom's going to have to work with a 1-run lead in the bottom of the ninth. Crisp, Reddick, and Simeon coming up 3-2 Mariners. Experienced hitters and some good ones. Crisp, Reddick, and Simeon here. Bottom of the ninth, a 3-2 Mariner lead. Trying to win their 5th consecutive game, get the sweep of this series, and come home 7-3 on the road trip. And if they do convert it into the 5th consecutive win, it'll be the longest win streak this season.
You heard Andy talk about Tom having to come back out after getting 2 outs in the 8th inning. Normally that would be Carson Smith, not available today. So have to look at, he's already had 61 appearances this year, his first full season in the big leagues. Tom having to do some extra work.
There we go. Coco, Crisp, Seager in on the cut at third. First pitch, strike. Coco pinch hit for Smolinski in the 7th and delivered a base hit to left. Seth Smith having taken over in left field. Brad Miller. Big out to get the speedy Crisp. One away.
And a good play by Brad. Didn't sit back on it at all. Take a look at it. Brad charging this ball hard. Gets rid of it. With something on it to get Coco Crisp at first.
Number 22, Josh Reddick.
Brings up Reddick. He got a pinch hit in the 7th as well. Base hit to center field. Pinch hitting for Josh Fegley. Big time with a swing and a miss on that 95-mile-an-hour pitch.
Talking about it with Tom, his fastball is back. We've seen him 95 to 98 miles an hour.
He's ahead 0-2. Wilhelmsen deals 0-2. Broken bat jam shot. O'Malley fighting his son, wins the battle, 2 down.
You can see him talking to Romero. It was tough out there. A little bit dicey, but he's doing everything he can. He has his glasses on, was trying to shade the sun with his glove. See him turn sideways a little bit, create an angle. There you go. Doing everything that he can. Able to make the catch.
2-hand catch like that. Marcus Semien. 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth. 3-2 Mariners.
All the outfielders playing deep, trying to take the double away. Kyle Seager guarding the line at third.
One pitch here from Tom. Base hit. Left field. Tying run at the board. Bring up Billy Burns.
Going to get an off-speed pitch. 86 miles an hour, ends up right in the middle of the plate. Sucre set off the plate away, and yep, there it is in the middle. We talked about Kyle Seager guarding the line at third. He's still doing that, but he's having to play in front of the bag now because of the speed of Burns. Have to take the bunt away from him.
Ball 1 to Burns. Leads American League rookies with 130, now 131 hits. Tough customer. Down with the 1-0. Outside for ball 2.
Talked about it throughout the series with Burns. Wants to hit the fastball. First pitch. Tom missing with a couple of changeups off the plate away.
Two-0 pitch. Slaps it through the hole. Base hit. Winning run at first. Great speed out there. Semien and Burns.
Well, 2-0. He had to give him the fastball, and it'll be on the outside corner, so he just slaps it the other way. 95 miles an hour.
Now batting, first baseman, number 20.
They get 2 outs and then back-to-back singles.
Going to bring up Canna. 2 for 3 today with a run scored.
All right, coming out for.
This is a scouting report right here. He wants to make sure they're all on the same page and how they want to pitch Canna. See Tom so far, 19 pitches.
Canna's 1 for 2 against Tom. Canna this afternoon. Base hit to center, walk, ground out to short, and a base hit to left. Big spot here. Drama and the tension building here in the ninth. Peaking, in fact. 3-2 Mariner lead. Tying run is at second. The winning run is at first. Outfield deep for Mark Canna. First pitch from Wilhelmsen. Strike 1.
Good fastball right on the corner at 96 miles an hour.
Big spot here for Wilhelmsen and the Mariners. Trying to complete a sweep here. Be the second sweep with the A's this season if they can pull it off. Here's the 0-1. Inside and missed. Call it a strike. Young Mark Canha gets the veteran Tom Wilhelmsen. Tying and winning runs aboard with 2 outs. Tom's 1-1 pitch. Dug out by Sucre, ball 2.
He's missed with a couple of breaking balls after getting ahead with the fastball on the outside corner.
Well, he's a big Tom Wilhelmsen fan, and hoping the big fella can come through here. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two outs, 2 on, and a 1-run Mariner lead. Bottom 9 in Oakland pitch. Fouled off of Sucre, who got drilled again. 2-2.
Another good fastball. Take a look at it, fouled straight back. Boy,
second.
Same spot, right?
Yep, absolutely. That should earn him a day off tomorrow. 2 shots like that in the last 20 minutes. But Big Tom's a strike away from ending this ball game. Mariners leading 3-2. 2-2 pitch. Line drive. Smitty going back. He's there to make the catch, and the Mariners sweep here in Oakland. The Mariners have won 5 consecutive ball games as Wilhelmsen saves the day. Mariners win it 3-2, and they're going to come home 7-3 on this road trip.
Iwakuma wins his 7th ball game of the year. For Tom Wilhelmsen, that's 8 saves in a row for him. He has been really good. Had to go overtime today. Also had to get a couple of outs in the 8th inning. In the bottom of the lineup again, Miller, Sucre, and O'Malley scoring the 3 runs for the Mariners.
Time of game, 3 hours, right on the button as the Mariners moves with 5 games within 5 games of 500. That's a great trip, fellas. Way to go. See you on the plane. 3-2 Mariners win. Time for Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines. Starts right now with Angie and Bill.
Good luck to the kid.